Right, so you're doing the mute Christmas songs.
Yep.
We are trying something brand new that we've not done before.
Just want to check we're live. Yep. Yes, we're live. Right. Here we are. We are there. We've done it. How exciting.
Woohoo!
So, guys, we are trying something brand new. We've finally got it working. Who knew that you could still stream from Zoom? I thought that was long gone. But Nick has found a way because she's very technical minded. And here we are.
Not technical, I'm just tenacious. There's a difference.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So we're going to do this mini series for you guys, and we're going to kick it off with the first lesson of let's get our shit together.
And I think, right,
Get our shit together.
has to be the topic of the day, Vic, because like everybody says, like, you two've got your shit together, like you're so like you've got it together. And this is why we wanted to come live. It's just to share with people that no one has their shit together. They just have really, really good support systems in place. And most importantly, they actually use them.
Yeah, who knew, right?
Share share where you were this morning, Vic, like with regards to having your shit together.
Well, I didn't have my shit together, that's for sure. So this morning we had a little conversation, me and Nick, because I said, Nick, I've had a really busy weekend with the kids. I've had family over. The house is chaos. But I know I've only got a couple of weeks left of December where we really want to just get things moving, but I don't really have a lot of it's not necessarily drive, but I just felt in a slump. It's almost like when you have like a hangover, right? When you've
Yeah,
had drinking the night before, it's a bit like a hangover. You know you've got to get up and get dressed and have a shower and get going, but you're a bit like, oh God, I'll order a Burger King and I'll sit in my pajamas for a bit. And that's how I felt after
definitely.
the weekend.
Yeah,
That Monday morning slump. Now, we have the best and the worst jobs are when you feel like that, okay? Because if you're employed, you have to get up and go to work, no matter how you're feeling. If you're self employed, there's this little thing called flexibility, and that can be your friend or not, can't it?
absolutely. And I think we talk a lot, don't we, about mental health, about being kind to yourself, about giving yourself recovery space and all of these things. And that's all lovely, but you actually have to do some work. Like the whole thing about being self-employed comes with uber flexibility, like you just said, but you actually have to work. No one gets anything in life if they don't put effort in. So this is what we wanted to talk about today. Like, how the hell do you marry those two things up? So you're right, Vic. You had the flexibility. You could have stayed in your gym jams all day long, caught up on all the television that you wanted to catch up, looked after yourself, self-care day, all of those things. Why did you choose not to take that route out of interest when you were right in the middle of those feelings?
So here's the thing. I really enjoy the flexibility of everything that I do. The reason I have been fully self employed for the last 6 years is because of the flexibility of working really, really hard in the moments that you can and then taking time off in the moments that you can't. Now, me taking time off in the moments that I can't is because I like to spend time with my family, my children, I like to do the school runs, everything like that. So the times that I can are 9 till 4, 5 days a week. They're my guaranteed times I can. So if I then start slacking in those days, it's then going to start eating into the times that I've planned to have that full flexibility. And that's where I got to this morning of, right, I'm not feeling 100% motivated this morning, but I know for a fact there are things that I need to get done so it doesn't eat into my weekend. Because just because you don't do them doesn't mean they don't exist. You've always going to have to do these jobs, right? So that's when I was like, right, Nick, sort me out because we are the best accountability partners for each other.
And I think the number one is like always kudos to anyone who makes that choice to speak to the person who isn't going to give them the easy ride, because we can phone up the mate that's gonna jump in the pity well with us, like we can absolutely. That isn't going to give you that flexibility that you absolutely adore in your life. And when you say flexibility, what you mean is you work while the kids are at school and they're out the house, and you want the flexibility to be 100% mummy when your kids are there, like 100%. And that only happens if you do that work in that time. So kudos number one is not for phoning the mate that's going to let you stay in that pity well. And I think it is about always being clear when you're asking for support. Like, are you asking for support, or are you asking to be listened to? Are you looking for solutions? Are you not? And the funny thing is, the way the conversation went, it wasn't a long conversation. We were on the phone for, I think, 20 minutes in total. And that included catching up with what we'd both done at the weekend, because we
Yeah.
don't tend to talk over the weekend. Um, So it's like 20 minutes in total. But the big thing that made me chuckle, and we both did end up laughing, was what we ended up talking about. I'm like, Vic, this is what we teach. Vic, this is what we teach people. You need to get yourself started with something that absolutely suits the mood that you're in right now, that will fill your cup up, that will get your mojo going, and it will give you that. It's almost like bump starting a car, isn't it?
Yeah.
That bit that's going to kick you off to get going to do the things that you want to do. And the thing I know about Vic, because of working with her, is once she's bump started herself, get out the way. Just we all need that bump start, don't we? I think anyone who thinks they don't, they're just making life harder on themselves.
Absolutely. And this is why I'm going to really enjoy doing this intense 2 week, every single day, little mini series with everyone, because it's a great way for us to show the realness in the problems. So we teach everything we teach because we face these on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, sometimes even hourly. You know, we face these issues and these problems, but we've created some tools and we've learnt the skills, and now we're able to really give that back to our community with regards to all of these things that happen so regularly to normal people. And it's like, I really am glad that I had that funk this morning, because without that, we wouldn't be here talking about it now, and other people wouldn't be able to relate to it. And I think a huge thing about building a business to help other people is to be relatable and to actually work through the motions yourself, because you can relate to every single issue and every single thought process that that person is going through. So you know, right, you're in this stage, we're going to move you to this stage. You're probably going to feel a little bit like this, and then we're going to move to the next stage. But here, you're going to feel amazing. How on earth can you teach something that you have never been through?
I think just to go off the back of what you're saying there, Vic, everything that we teach is exactly what you said. It's those lived experiences. But then as we go to teach it, what we've done is almost like taken a step back and gone, why does that work? Why is that a good tool to use? What's the psychology behind that? Like, where's something to back this up, that it isn't just two lunatics chatting absolute
Well, we
rubbish?
still are. We're still lunatics. We're just not chatting rubbish.
Two lunatics chatting sense. And it is being able to just understand more and more about what can help people to get where they want to go. And I guess that's the only thing that you need to bring to the table. And you absolutely did this morning, Vic. You knew where you wanted to get to today. You were just struggling with that kickstart, that jump start to get started. We all face a choice, don't we? That choice is, do I stay in this place and not tell anyone that I'm struggling? Or do I think about the different resources I have available to me and tap into the one that's going to give me the best jump start for this particular situation? Have I got some tools in my toolkit that I can drag out and use, or do I need to reach out to a particular person who I know is going to just give me that, whether it's that phrase or that pushback that's going to help and support. But at the end of the day, you're the one who's actually done all the work today, Vic. This is the bit I always tell
But
people.
that's the thing, isn't it? And you've got three options, haven't you? You've got, right, stay in the fuzz, or you've got find someone who's going to hold your hand through it, or find someone who's going to kick you up the bum. You just got to find which one you want to do, because all three options are completely your choice. Each option is your choice. I might have wanted to stay in that fuzz today, and then I would have worked extra hard tomorrow. But then I would have eaten my own family time. So then I'm a bit like, oh, but Tuesday nights I love reading the kids a story, and we do bath time, and we do this and we do that. Am I really going to sacrifice that because I just didn't want that kick up the bum today? No, actually, because my priorities is that, you know. So let's give three things here, right? So point one, when you're feeling in a fuzz, you just need to look for the clarity in the action, right? And in that, I came to you, Nick, and I was like, right, I need some clarity here. You then helped me remove the mental block that I was facing. You were like, right, you're trying to work on the wrong thing at the wrong time, do something that needs doing that you find fun, and then work on the hard stuff. Great, that's exactly what I did. And then, simple method to follow at the end. All I needed to do was just to do some fun stuff, get myself in a rhythm, and then actually I did the hard stuff really, really easy. It took me 20 minutes. Spent longer procrastinating about it this morning. So that's a little lesson that we wanted to give you guys today from a really practical example and a really, rich experience that we've just had. And this is going to be the theme of the next 2 weeks. So we're going to have 14 lessons over the next 2 weeks, one every single day. We are going to be live for 10 to 15 minutes every single day on our page. I have no idea what we're going to look like, whether we're going to be ready, whether, I can't tell you how it's going to be, because the only important thing is you are getting value and it's coming from real life experiences. Now, Nick, we're not polished people, are we?
It was one of the things I said to Vic, because like today it was really like, right, we need to do this. I said to her, Vic, it's absolutely chucking it down with rain. Dogs are in the cabin with me. They're probably going to bark. Get over it. Because that's life. If we were doing this of an evening, Vic would be saying the opposite to me. Kids are at home. They're likely to walk into the room. Get over it. Because life is life. It's not about being perfect, because that never exists. Far better to do something and do it reasonably well than to not do it at all because you wanted it to be perfect.
Yeah, absolutely love it. What I want you guys to do, you're going to have a little action point at the end of each of these lessons. And what I want you, honestly, I'm making it hard work for everyone. But I think it's important, right? Because I want you to think about a fuzz that you've got yourself in and think about how you got yourself out of that. And if you didn't, and if it took too long, I need you to find a person who's going to help you get out of it next time. So it doesn't matter who it is, but it needs to be someone who's going to be brutally honest with you and frank. And if that's then no one else but me and Nick, pop it in the comments and I'll make sure, if you need to message me, I'll give you that virtual kick up the bum. It's not a problem. Because these are the things that are going to get you out the funk quick. These are the things that are going to give you balance. These are the things that are going to enable you to have a successful business and live a lovely, balanced life. Sounds a cliche, doesn't it? But, mini lesson, day one. I think we smashed it.
I think we're bloody brilliant, but we know that, so there we go.
We're not big-headed, promise.
Much. Hey, one thing we don't suffer from is self-doubt. Like, may not be perfect, but there's an awful lot of belief here, and I think that just comes from the wealth of experience that we've got. So thanks for listening. Really appreciate it. Watch out for some more episodes coming
We'll
soon.
catch you tomorrow. No idea what time, but it will be tomorrow because we're very sporadic, but we're here to bring value, not perfection. Bye, guys.